What's up, everyone? I am definitely still a little under the weather, but I am getting better. Thank you for your patience and your prayers as I get back into the swing of things. But I woke up this morning, my hair doing unnatural things, threw on this cap because I had to talk about this new Anbernic device hot off the heels of their holiday break. Anbernic has come out and said, hey, here's the RG CubeXX. Yes, it's another H700 device, but this time one that has a 1:1 square aspect ratio, and I can't wait to take this first look with you this morning. But as we get into it, please, if you like the content, click like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. But here we go. This is the Anbernic RG CubeXX. And there we get our first look. They're starting off with that Dragon Ball Z opening sequence there. And you see our colors. We just got black, white, and DMG. I think people are going to be disappointed in that because we've gotten some fun colors in the last few devices, and this is pretty plain, but I still do really like that all-white look. It's very clean. And then they just spend about 3 minutes going through, playing different games, different emulators, and we see this 1:1 screen in action. Now, one of my favorite devices, probably my favorite device of 2023, was the RGB30 from Powkiddy. It was the first device to really do this square aspect ratio, and I just thought it was excellent. I thought it was absolutely excellent. I still think that that screen size has a lot to offer, especially when it comes to Pico 8, Game Boy, and DS. But you can see here how much of that screen real estate is being dedicated to these overlays. So even though this is a bigger device, this has a 4-inch display. Actually, it's 3.95-inch display. Oh, 1:1 is really good for vertical arcade shooters as well. But for most everything else, I think you're actually going to not be as happy as you would be if you got the 40XXH. The performance is going to be the same, but since it has a 4:3 ratio, you're actually going to have a bigger image on most games. Pico 8 looks absolutely gorgeous, and it should, because we're going to see here, let me just zoom in here a little bit. We've got this 3.95-inch IPS display, but it is 720 by 720. So it's going to be a lot sharper. The details are going to be a lot sharper than they are on any of the other XX lines with this H700 chip. That's pretty exciting. One of my complaints about the 40XX devices, the V and the H, is that the images just looked a little soft because you blew that resolution up a little bit. Over the 3.5-inch devices, it's just not as sharp, and this is going to add that sharpness back in, no doubt. In fact, it's going to be the sharpest display that they have in this line by far. I do wonder how that will impact performance. Hopefully that will be negligible at best, but that is the big difference here, the 1:1 display and the sharper resolution. And there we get one more look at those 3 colors there at the end, and what we can tell there is that it's all the same stuff. 2 SD card slots, 3.5mm jack, downward firing speakers, which is a shame in my opinion, but everything else looks a lot like the Cube. We do have HDMI out on the top and USB-C on the top. And the other big difference, I guess, here, we've got this D-pad, this rolly D-pad, more of a Sega style D-pad here, which we haven't gotten on any of the other H700 devices, if I remember correctly. So I'm actually very interested in the D-pad specifically and how that's going to feel and how that's going to work. They're playing Black Myth Wukong over the Moonlight streaming here too, and hopefully that means that we're getting better joysticks. I doubt it, but that would be awesome if we did. And those are the big differences here. You get the D-pad and you get the 1:1 square aspect ratio of that screen with the sharper resolution. And so I just honestly, I'm so mixed about this because I just don't know like how many more of these. I said in my last video, my review of the 40XXV, that was the last, they saved the best for last, that I didn't know what else they could do with the H700 chipset. And here they are coming out with this square screen. I don't know why I didn't even think of that, but I guess it's because the 40XXH came out and they had the RG Cube already, so I couldn't really see them doing another square aspect ratio on a budget device, but here they are, and I just don't know how I feel about it. I just don't think it's enough different from the XXH, but your opinion might be completely different from mine. Please let me know what you think of the RG CubeXX in the comments below, and until next time, stay kind and encouraging out there, and I'll catch you on the flippity flip.